This is the Farmington Feed, bringing you information from the City of Farmington.
Hi, and welcome back to the Farmington Feed. I'm Caryn Hojnicki, the city's new communications specialist, and I'm excited to start up this podcast again. Our guest today is Tony Wippler. He's the planning manager for the City of Farmington in the Community Development Department. In his position, he oversees code enforcement, development review, comprehensive planning, and zoning inquiries. He's been with the city for 18 years this month. Thank you for joining us today, Tony.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Well, a main portion of your position is involved with the comprehensive plan. Can you tell us more about the process of that?
Sure. Yeah, the comprehensive plan, it's a tool that we use to help guide future development of land and other public infrastructure within the city. It helps us to ensure a safe, well-designed, and economical environment for all types of development, whether it's residential, industrial, commercial, and other public activities. So it's a very high-level document that we just use as kind of a roadmap for those type of developments. We're required to update that plan every 10 years from the Metropolitan Council. Being that we're a metro community, we're part of the Metropolitan Land Planning Act, or we have to follow that. And basically that's a 10-year cycle that we have to update and have a comprehensive plan approved and in place. We're about midway through that process right now. The Met Council in 2025 will issue what's called a system statement. And basically that's a piece of paper that outlines what our being City of Farmington's projections will be for 2050. Because we look out, basically 30 years, 25 to 30 years. And those projections deal with everything from population to employment to affordable housing and all of that. So we have to look at those projections and then based off of land use, try to meet what those projections would be.
Okay.
So we'll see that system statement in 2025, and then from there we basically have 3 years to update the comp plan. At this point, we're doing an amendment to our 2040 comp plan, and we're being proactive with this in large part. There's a couple of reasons. One is that we have new census data that we want to include in this amendment, and then number two, we have a number of new staff on board. We want to look at our land use again, our infrastructure again, and determine, because there's some areas outside on the western side of the city that are ag right now. Zoned agricultural. So we want to look at that as part of this amendment. And then obviously the other component to this is the visioning component that we are going to be looking at. And this will be somewhat new for this community. Really excited about it. The vision is basically, it's a broad statement that encompasses the overarching aspirations of our community. It helps to articulate who we want to be over the next, 20 to 30 years. And from there, we can base all of our future decisions, whether it's land use, budgeting, what have you, on that vision statement. So it really crosses all departments within the community or within the city. So that's something that we haven't really had in the past, and we're kind of embarking on that now with this comp plan amendment, so it's really exciting time.
Yeah, and we just posted about that, and it was kind of like a bold vision.
That's what we're using the term bold with this because we want to be bold, we want to be proactive, we want to be new and innovative.
Well, and also, I'm not from the area originally, so it sounds like Farmington has had kind of exponential growth, and that affects the change of this comp plan.
Oh, absolutely it does, yes. This community, even as early as 1990, was just under 5,000 people. So, and right now we're just under 24,000 and still growing. So,
90 seems like not that long ago, but it kind of is.
Right, but if you think about it, though, that's a large amount of growth and not that.
In terms of growth, yeah, that's not a long time.
Right.
So they're using a different kind of tool to survey the residents, and it's not just a regular survey, so tell us more about that.
Right. What we're using is called Social Pinpoint. It's a kind of an interactive map. If you go to our website, we have a link to it. It kind of acts as the project website for the comp plan update. It allows you to basically place a pinpoint on any portion of the map and add a comment. We do have some suggested questions on there to kind of get people thinking about what they like, what they dislike, what they want to see, things like that.
Yeah, in respect to a certain area of the town.
Correct. So whether that's residential, commercial, industrial, the whole grocery store thing again. But it's an interactive tool that I think will be very beneficial in this process.
Okay, so what if someone can't participate on that online thing?
There's a number of things they can do. We're having a couple pop-up events here relatively soon. We'll have some staff at the May 20th police open house. So if anybody's there and they want to stop in and say hi, we'll take any comments at that point in time. Also, May 31st, there will be some representation at the Music in the Park, which will be at the Rambling River Park. And I think that event starts at 7 p.m.
Yep.
But we'll be there a little early to try to catch people as they come in, because once the festivities start, you don't really want to pull them away from that.
For sure.
So those are a couple opportunities that people can come and see us and tell us what they want about that. We will be having other pop-up events as this process goes forward. The entire process is going to take roughly about a year. But these are the 2 pop-up events that we have currently scheduled. So feel free to go to those. People can certainly email me or give me a call. My email address is twippler@farmingtonmn.gov. So feel free to give me any comments as well.
So when does this social pinpoint close? Like when you're going to stop taking comments?
Well, we'll probably keep it open the majority of the process, because right now we're focusing on the vision portion of that amendment. Here in the next couple months, we'll be transitioning to the land use aspect of the comp plan. So we'll keep it open through those as well, just some of the questions and things like that. And some of the responses that we want will be hopefully a little bit different than what we're asking for right now.
Right, because it's a different part.
It's a different topic. So I see that being open for quite a while yet.
Okay, great. What about anything else you want the community to know about this project, or what you do at the city, or how they can help?
How they can help is just be involved. We certainly want to hear what the community says or wants. The plan's for them. So the more they're involved, the more it reflects what their needs and wants are. So we're going to try to get the information out there as much as possible, and hopefully people bite on it and want to be involved.
So there might be some future pop-ups that they can participate in as well.
Oh, I would for sure say there will be multiple pop-ups coming up over the next year.
Okay, great. And so they can obviously track all of this through our website. You'll update that page with all the community vision stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Tony, for your valuable insight into the community visioning process and what that means for the comprehensive plan and our community in the future.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. That was great for both of us the first time. Just reminders before I wrap up today's episode, I want to share a few upcoming city events. Spring Food Truck event is Friday, May 19th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Stelzl Fields. This is coordinated by the Empire and Farmington Parks and Recreation Commissions. Our annual police open house, as mentioned before by Tony, is this Saturday on May 20th at the police station. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So many fun activities will be available. They'll have bounce houses, SWAT vehicles, a helicopter, obstacle course, and more. Our new recreation classes that are scheduled for this spring are ceramics. This upcoming one will be Mushrooms and Flowers at Muddy Water Studio, Tuesday, May 23rd for 1st to 3rd graders at 5 p.m. Register for this and other ceramics classes with Farmington Parks and Recreation. And last but not least, the first Music in the Park, again, as Tony mentioned, is Wednesday, May 31st at Rambling River starting at 7 p.m. with the Riverside Rockets performing. Well, that concludes this month's episode of Farmington Feed. Thank you for listening. We look forward to connecting with residents with this podcast. If you have any feedback, guest requests, or ideas, email me at communications@farmingtonmn.gov. Don't forget to subscribe to the Farmington Feed wherever you like to get your podcasts.